Hey everyone, I believe we're live. Let us know if you can hear us. This is Kelsey and I'm with Adrian. Um, yeah, sorry we haven't had any videos this month really. A lot of things. A lot of little things that just didn't give me enough time to edit or organize any recording days with Adrian. Yeah, so this episode, I believe we titled it Ketchup. It's all roses and thorns today. Great. Brady says we can hear me. Cool. Um, yeah. So I guess we can let Adrian start with her roses and thorns if she wants.
Okay. All right. Yeah, to everybody. So my roses and thorns are quite vast. Just kidding. So I started journaling. That's a rose. Um, and I've been writing down all of the different things that have been on my mind that are a little, I guess, things that I don't get to talk about with people on a regular basis. Stuff that I think just needs to be aired out. So yeah. But I wanted to share some stuff that I wrote down just for fun. Um, just like some wants, I guess, that I put down in regard to my like 2025 goals. I know it's like already almost April, but there are some things that I wrote down that I want to cultivate in my life. So this year, I want to cultivate happiness. I want to grow more as a person. I really do want to, continue to have strong family roots. And of course, I always want the best of the best. I wrote down urban serenity because that's so hard to find, especially with traffic and so many people. I'm trying to find that peace. Um, I want to appreciate where I am, what I have. I aim for a beautiful life and to have a sound, stable mind, satisfaction, adventure, etc. So that's a rose. Another thing is I've been planning for a lot of travel. So I have some travel books that I've been looking at. I also now have a library membership. So that's exciting. I really love the library in my neighborhood. I checked out this book here. Um, it's called May Our Joy Endure. It's translated from in French or from French by Donald Winkler. It is, I read the first sentence and it caught me, and it's like a super long run on sentence. And I was like, I'm going to see if I can endure this. And then this book here, my sister gifted me. It's called Rebel Girl My Life as a Feminist Punk by Kathleen Hanna. She was one of my heroes back in the day when I was, in high school. I was about 15 when I first really got into the Riot Girl movement. Kathleen put out this book a couple years ago, and so my sister, she's a welder, and she listens to audiobooks. And this one she listened to, and she was like, "You got to read it." And so she happened to be out and about. I think she was at Shirts and Things, and they had this. And I had been looking for this book um, I like at Barnes and Noble and stuff, and I couldn't find it. And so she bought this for me, and I'm really excited to read it. I haven't started it yet though, because I'm reading some others. But yeah, those are my roses. Um, one other thing is I was given permission to apply for graduation. So yeah, that's exciting. Um, I completed the first class of the semester, got an A. It's pretty dope. And I'm in the second 8-week class right now. And I will be walking this spring during the commencement ceremony. So, really happy about that. And I've been bugging my parents, like, you better be there. Because my dad missed my first graduation, and I've been like holding it over his head all these years. So, if you're a father and you have a daughter who goes to college and she graduates, you better be there. That's my soapbox moment for the episode.
It's so short.
I know, that's it. That's all I got. Just kidding. And then I guess thorns are um it's getting hot again. So this past week it's been hitting the 90s, and so that's just, it's fine, but we know, those who live down here know that it's only going to get hotter. Um Also, there's a celebration of life happening tomorrow in Saley, um, for former President Russell, and that's really sad. I think that's definitely a thorn. It's like a thorn in the heart because, I think the Navajo Nation lost a great leader. So it's like an emotional time. I think that time of mourning has been a continuous thing for the past few months. It hasn't stopped, but yeah, those are probably the main things for me. How about you?
For me, like I don't know what happened this month. Like I hit January. Obviously, I was like sick the first half of the month, but then February
Mhm,
came. Like I can do this. I'm no longer sick. And then March happened, and then my energy, my interest, everything just kind of plummeted for a little
mhm,
while, and I was constantly just putting out tiny fires. Like nothing big happened. It was just one thing to the next. They were all really little.
mhm,
Um,
mhm,
like my grandma coming back up from down below, down the valley,
mhm,
and that's not like a thorn or anything, but it was just having to reintegrate her schedule with my schedule and get all of appointments of everyone and everything back organized and
mhm,
not trying to double book things, and remembering daylight happens now, so everything's an hour earlier than the rest of
mhm,
Arizona. And for me, um, my phone broke last weekend, and I was forced to take a break from social media because I had no phone to look at anything. And I think just the phone breaking gave me the rest in my brain that I needed because I wasn't constantly seeing updates and trying to figure out, is this fake news? Is this real? Is this AI? Is this just someone going crazy on a conspiracy theory of like all the things happening? And
mhm.
so I had that break, and now I'm like, okay, maybe that was just like a wake up call of needing to take a step back
Yeah.
from all of that. And then also starting my garden again, figuring out different ways to do my gardening. I want to try bucket gardening where you just get like a 5 gallon bucket, fill it with soil and dirt, and you just put the plant in there. So you don't need a
Mhm.
big old fancy garden or
Yeah.
big raised bed or anything. Because I know past years people have asked, oh, how do you do gardening in small spaces? I'm like, I don't know. I have a home site lease to work with, so that's never been a
Mhm.
concern. But definitely trying to get good soil and not using so much water might be more beneficial with the bucket gardening. So we'll
Yeah.
see how that works.
I'm gonna try gardening this spring too. I'm actually getting a raised bed installed, so I want to plant some flowers this year. Yeah, I'm excited about that.
What kind of flowers?
Hibiscus, I'm thinking,
That's
because
cool.
yeah, down in the valley, it's really important to get like, I guess, sun loving flowers that can endure the heat, and usually flowers that have they're thicker, like thicker petals or thicker leaves, they seem to endure the heat better than those that are more delicate,
Hmm.
or so I read. Yeah. So I was thinking like some hibiscus, some yucca, some aloe vera,
That's
like
cool.
desert plants. Yeah.
Yeah. My little one, her favorite trees are palm trees. So every time we go down to Phoenix, she's like, palm tree, palm tree, palm tree. It's like, yes, there's palm trees here.
Cute.
I'm gonna try growing, what's it called? Loofahs. They're a plant.
Oh,
My aunt
cool.
was growing some a couple of years ago, and she has a couple of seeds left over. She has a lot of seeds
Hmm.
left over. She basically just opened an old loofah plant just went, here you go, and then all these seeds fell out.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my
So,
God, it was raining a couple weeks ago, and the flowers are starting to bloom now in the
mhm.
front yard, and like our tree came back to life. I thought it was dead, but it was just winter time. It looked like
Yeah.
it was dead though. Yeah, it was just like, like all gray. And I was like, oh shoot, is it okay? And then the rains came, and now it has leaves and it's beautiful. So,
Yeah. That's how my tree is now too. It's nice and green. My roses are coming
yay.
back to life. Their little sprouts are coming up to make
Ah,
more.
so cool.
Yeah. So, I guess maybe being out in the sun maybe
Mm-hmm.
improved my mood too. I don't know. People say that,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't want to admit
And
it.
I saw that you're going to be doing graduation photos at Change Labs this week.
Yeah, this weekend, Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't really been doing much with the business commission wise, and part of that was with like I don't know, whatever
Mm-hmm.
down, I don't know if I want to call it depression, but just
Mm-hmm.
uninterested mood I was in the whole month of March.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, hey, did you want to sign up? I'm like, yeah, sure, I can do graduation photos or have people sign up to schedule for their graduation photos.
Mm-hmm.
I specialize in outdoor photos, like going to the Grand
Mm-hmm.
Canyon or down to Sedona or out in the forest. I did
Mm-hmm.
one for my cousin's daughter. We just went to Buffalo Park and just kind of
Mm-hmm.
went into the little forest area and just took some
Mm-hmm.
really nice photos there. So that's kind of what I specialize for my portraits in. If anyone's graduating and need photos, but also they're doing like a whole caps, gowns, and commerce this weekend. So the idea is to bring all the people who sell stuff for graduations.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like they make the sashes or they make the dresses or the jewelry or they have tents or they can cater. The
Mm-hmm.
idea is to bring them all together at the Change Labs hub, and then people who are looking for those services have them all there. Kind of like how they have like bridal expos for like
Yeah.
weddings. It's really difficult to find everything independently.
Mm-hmm.
So they were doing this year, which I think is really
That's
cool.
so awesome. I know. I really want to attend. I don't know if I'll be able to though. I have a paper due on Monday, so I kind of have to focus on that.
Yeah.
It's one of the like bigger assignments, like one of the first big assignments for this class, and so I think I need to do that, not be on the road or in traffic. Oh no, my daughter's calling.
I know.
Ah. Okay, I gotta go. Just kidding.
Brady said he's taking honor Taylor Swift courses at like
Really?
college. Like what are
Mm-hmm.
those about? Like
Tell us more.
I remember seeing like Harry Potter classes or whatever when I was in
Mm-hmm.
school. They're like, I don't know, literature fun classes. That'd be
I
interesting.
saw some of those too. Like I think it was you, wasn't it UCLA that was offering those classes too about Taylor Swift's music?
Maybe.
Is that at UNM, Brady? Let us know. Tell us more.
And then he says he recommends Tortured Poets album. I think
Mm-hmm.
the
That's
person
her
who
latest album.
wrote the book, yeah, he says it's really good. Well, to quote verbatim, totally, utterly, and beautifully dark.
Sorry, I listened to Cradle of Filth, so I was listening to their latest album today. My husband's like, "What are you listening to?" But I like when Danny Filth does that scream. It's so good. Gives
I
me
don't think
life.
I've consciously listened to any of their music.
Really? You should listen to the Tiger Lilies. Oh my god, I've been listening to them lately. So wild. I love it. And then there's this other there's another band too that what were they called? They're escaping my mind. But we heard them in a coffee shop in Toronto last week, and we've been listening to them like every day now. They're so good. I mean, I never like really. I gotta get there. Let me text my husband. And be like, "What's their name again?" But anyways, what do you recommend? What have you been listening to lately?
Me, I've been listening to the same things that I've been listening to, um, I don't know, since high school.
Really?
Kinda.
What's that? Tell us.
I don't like talking about my musical tastes online because we had this discussion before, Adrian.
I remember. Oh my, tell us.
I feel
So let's
really
share more,
embarrassed now.
everybody. I'm just kidding.
Anyways, oh, you were talking about a book. I actually read a book.
Yay! Oh, it has those cool explosions that go.
It's called The Butcher and the Wren. Me and my husband listen to their podcast, the
Hmm.
Morbid podcast, and then they have a Buffy the Vampire podcast where the
Hmm.
younger host hasn't watched it at all, but her
Hmm.
older aunt. It's one of those weird, like it's her aunt but her sister age
Hmm.
range. Um, so she's watched the whole Buffy series, and so they're having the co-host, the other co-host, watch it for the first time, and they just
Hmm.
kind of go over the reactions. So it's
Oh, I
it's sort of
see.
like I'm showing this to you, and I'm waiting for your reaction to what I show you with Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It's really
Fun
funny.
times.
Yeah, but she wrote a book. I think she says there's a sequel to this book coming out, and I really like it.
Hmm.
It's really easy to read. Some books are hard for me
Hmm.
to get into. This one is easy for me to read.
Oh my gosh, I got a recommendation for a book. It's one of those like book talk books.
Uh huh.
Um, A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Moss. I don't know if you can see that, but
I've heard
like,
about that book a lot.
yeah, and me too. And so I guess she was listening to it while she was working, and she was like, "Oh my god, it's spicy." It's like, "Oh no." But she's like, "You should read it. It's good." And so she let me borrow her book, and I'm just like, I haven't really read it yet. I read like the first paragraph, and I don't know why I feel uncomfortable. But anyways, I think I shared that last time, didn't I? Did I share
Mm-mm.
that or not? Anyways, yeah. But it just I get this sense of like, what am I getting myself into? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Brady says we go in depth into Taylor's music at UNM, parts of
Oh
UNM
yeah,
Honors College.
nice. That's cool.
That's really cool.
It is cool. My favorite song is Lavender Haze. I listen to that a lot. So yeah.
I like the Pop Goes Punk version of Blank Space.
Really? Nice.
If you want insight of what I listen to. And I guess just like some updates or whatever. We got some comments on some of the videos. I think the Navajo treaties video, asking about um, I don't know if we have other guests that have, I don't know, opposing opinions to our opinions. And we have a link for people if they want to come on our show. But I think the main point of our channel is for us to talk about what we want to talk about. And this channel isn't a news channel. We're not obligated to provide neutral, bipartisan opinions. And, it's free to make your own YouTube channel if you want to voice your opinions or sprout your facts about a topic. And yeah, we're just here and we hope our audience likes to hear the opinions we have and the banter we have and my occasional facial expressions when Adrienne goes on her long soapboxes. But yeah. And we don't do news channels because like the Hall No videos, we recorded that back in October and then there was so much going on and changing day to day with what was happening with those policies and updates on everything that I had to cut a lot of that interview out. Like it was a four
Hmm.
hour conversation, and I made 19 shorts that are around 3 minutes long each almost. Some of them are down to the
Hmm.
minute. But yeah, so. we don't do because that because I don't edit fast, and we have our opinions, and you have yours, and you can talk as long as you're not like attacking people and attacking their personalities or being trolls. But you can voice your opinions, even if they are not aligned with ours. But as long as you're not attacking people and being just a little snot about it, you can.
You know who you are. We know who you are.
But yeah, I believe
No,
the Google form is linked in this live if you want to go on the show. But like in the form, it says we do this part time. I have my schedule, Adrienne has her schedule, and even us, it's hard to meet up and record pre-recorded videos. And even this live, it took a really long time for us to be in the same place at our desktops to get this going.
honestly, Kelsey, I don't think we need to justify it because the truth is, this is our channel. We're talking about real events.
Oh no, Adrienne, did you go away? I think our internet got a little lost, but that doesn't negate what Adrian said. Shoot, I hope she doesn't get kicked out. I don't know what happened to our internet. You guys, I think we might have lost the connection with Adrian, which is one other thing why we don't do updated news live because we can't ever have a consistent internet. And Adrian has left the meeting. She'll probably come back soon. Um, Brady read all of those books in the series. That's cool. Um, I'm not a big reader, honestly. That's why I like watching movies. But it's really difficult to watch movies when you have two young children. Um, Let me see if I can get her back online real quick, okay? Quick intermission. Doot. Okay, now we're live again. Fun? Oh no, are you gone again? Ah! Did you freeze again, Adrian?
What the heck? I lost it again.
Okay, you're back.
You froze first. Well, you. Oh my god, can you see me? I
uh,
don't know what's going on.
I can see you and I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, not anymore.
Oh my god, sucks. Yeah, like you froze and then my screen went black and said I lost connection. And now it's like trying to connect to your network. What the heck?
Yeah, we can still hear you though, right now.
Kelsey, are you there?
Yes, I'm
Kelsey!
here. I guess we should probably call it there then, since the internet's being extremely horrible today. All right, everyone. Well, so we're probably gonna end the stream now. Adrian has left the meeting, not on purpose, but because internet doesn't want her to be here. Oh, wait. Are you back
Kelsey.
again? Yes?
Yeah.
Hi.
Oh my god.
I've like I almost ended the stream like 5 times.
Wait, are we live right now?
We're still live, yeah.
Sorry, everyone. Technical
This is
difficulties.
why we don't do live up to date information.
I know this. You know what? I think this is a sign because I was about to go off. So I think this is creator protecting me,
It's like
like
shush.
Adrian Phil. Because I was like, first of all, okay, so we have 30 minutes. What do you want to chat about now? Do we have any questions? Did anything come in? Did everyone leave?
um, I don't know if Brady left in the like 10 minutes of nothing, but
Well, the good thing is I had an opportunity to call my daughter, so
oh, that's good. I'm glad you got to call her
that's
back.
yeah, that's why I didn't pick up when you called me because I was like, oh, I was on the phone with her because she kept calling me, so I was like, oh shoot, what if it's important, So
For sure.
okay,
So do we want to talk about our
well,
merch?
yeah.
Like, I don't know. We have merch. It's on the Fourth Wall website through Happy Accidents.
Can you
The
screen share?
um maybe
No.
let me see if I can. Yeah, you can rant about something while I try and pull it up.
Okay, so merch, very important. I know we have so many fans out there. Just kidding. No, there really was an expressed interest in Navajo Tea Time merch. First of all, our logo is so bomb. Thank you, Jara. Jara Nez designed it. It's so pretty, so beautiful. It looks like an Americana tattoo design, which I love. And it was a creative collaboration. She really did take our vision and created something beautiful that we're both happy with. And so during our meet and greet at the Western Navajo Fair, we wore sweaters and we had stickers and we had water bottles and mugs. And people love them. I think we only had 4 sweaters made though, so we had 2 and then we sold 2, and we had a bunch of water bottles and everyone was like excited about it. They're like, yeah, we want to support you, so that was really cool. We also set up a couple times to sell like at different like native markets around the res, and so there was interest there. So we figured, you know what, maybe we should make some merch available, and we we decided to go with Fourth Wall, which is a platform where you can order merchandise and it'll be sent directly to you. And there's such a beautiful variety of products too. So if you guys want to check it out, I believe the best way to find it is through the Happy Accidents website. Is that right?
Well, our website isn't active right now.
Oh,
But I can link it. I think I linked it in the last few videos. Let me get this up here real quick. Let's see if I
okay.
can.
So if you go to some of our past videos in the description, there's a number of links, and so you can go there.
Yeah,
Um,
I have it up right now on screen. This is like the happy accents. You can see the user code. I put the link in the chat and I'll also add it to the description. So Fourth Wall is a print on demand website. It was that just makes more sense for us economically because we don't go out and sell merchandise regularly. So we have the mug here. You can get it in the black and the blue. And then we
mhm,
have the stickers. We have the sweater. I think we're gonna try and make another sweater or maybe something for summer. But we have like
mhm.
different colors that they come
Ooh,
in.
tank tops would be cool.
Tank tops would be cool. We have a journal just because we always talk about journaling.
Mhm.
And then we left this one doesn't have our name on it, so you can put your name on it, or you could put the year or the subject. And then there's the sliders, which have a zoomed in image of the Navajo Tea Time
I love
logo,
those.
perfect for summer. So they're
Mhm.
there, provide feedback or whatever, what more you want, because like they have hats, they have weird mouse pads, different types of books, different types of stickers, t-shirts, shorts. I think they have swimsuits. Um, so
We
there's a
should get
lot we
swimsuits.
can do to put our logo on, or different types of merch. Like if we have a phrase that we say a lot, because I know I'm always telling everyone I'm an introvert. So so that's there. It'd be helpful for us, just to get some monetary compensation for the time and effort it takes to travel and create these videos, but we do it for fun. But it'd be nice to, get $50 every now and then for gas.
Yeah, and it also ensures that the products get sent to you right away because that was
hmm
one of the things that we're running into is like shipping and like the time lag, I guess, from something to get shipped. So it's just it takes that extra thing off our hands. So and it ensures that you get what you want in a timely manner. So
Oh, I was reminded, Brady said he never got his prize giveaway.
really,
Yes. Remember
Brady,
it got
okay.
lost in the mail somewhere at some time?
Did he did he send his address to our email account?
I think so. I don't know.
Okay,
Something got
I'll look in
lost.
there. I'll look it up.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But he said he'll take the sweater.
I'll send you mine. Ew.
Well, thanks for still being on, Brady, after the internet mishap.
Yeah, so I don't know what happened, but like my modem just shut off.
hmm
And so I lost all connection. And I lost it on my computer and on my phone. I was like, what is going on? So I ran out and I was like, check the modem.
That happens all the time here too. Like sometimes the internet modem is just like, nah, I'm done.
Yeah, like it's hot. I don't want to.
Like reset me. I just want to be reset.
Yeah.
Or like they'll be working
Yes.
on the towers.
Mm-hmm. Oh
Yeah.
well.
So we have our next. Well, obviously we skipped March, but I think the next episodes coming up would be Adrian presenting Navajo chapters, if I remember our schedule correctly. Um, Information on that, and then in May we have some really a different type of episode that we want to work on and would really like some feedback on whether we should continue because it takes a lot of effort and time and research to create those episodes. So when those ones come out, please give us feedback on whether you like us to continue those type of episodes. And I'm being really vague, but when they
I
come
know,
out.
like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, and thanks for everyone who
Sure,
like
I mean,
subscribed. We got a lot of new subscribers this first half of the year, not first half, this first quarter of the year, and a lot of people have their little bell icon activated, which you should because we are so unpredictable with our upload. So if you want to be notified right
I'm
away.
really curious too, like if people want to see more travel vlogs because I don't know if they perform well, but I like making them and I do capture, video when I do travel, but I don't know if people care about those. So I've kind of just like not posted any of them. But yeah, I mean, I could also do book reviews. I could also do like, I mean, what we've been working on right now are just like very like Navajo Nation specific topics. Like the first one is on the treaty, the next one's going to be on chapter houses because I or chapters because some people don't know how that all works, or they might have like I mean, I think for people who, especially people who don't live on the Navajo Nation but work with the Navajo Nation, or like if you're an urban native and you don't go back all the time, you only go back during the fair or during like the holidays to see your family, you might not know like all the ins and outs of what the chapters are and what the representation looks like, what their role is. And so we kind of want to like make that less vague. And then there are a bunch of other res specific topics that we've identified to talk about and address during the year,
Mm-hmm.
just to be this source of information and not so much like just talking like about like res politics, which I think we've kind of done. It has been fun, but I mean, I feel like the Navajo Nation, the Navajo Times does a good job on that, and I think a lot of our council delegates also are speaking their truth and putting stuff out on social media themselves. So you're kind of getting it from the source. The Nabake committee, they pretty much stream their meetings. So if you want to, partake, that's all there on a public platform. I think some council delegates even have podcasts, so
Hmm.
they give community updates. Yeah, so that's so I think it's kind of cool. Just so, and maybe that's something we could compile for you guys if you want, But
Yeah,
but
we just
yeah,
need feedback on what you guys want us to talk about. Otherwise, we'll just be talking
yeah.
about the same things over and over again because we have no idea.
I mean, and we also, I mean, the stuff we love to talk about, I think, is like, I think we like talking about our families. I love talking about family. I love talking about parenting. Um, I like to talk about like things that I'm studying. My mind's really been on like leadership lately, and I have a lot of opinions about what that looks like and how it's applied. I like talking about school and career building. That's just like for fun, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
But I guess again to those who watch your channel, like, is that something you're curious about? And if so, like, what questions do you have regarding those topics that you would like us to address? And as always, you guys can ask us anything, So,
Meet and greet.
um,
Oh no, I don't think you'd like us if you met us. Oh. I'm really great when there's a screen between me and people, but maybe I don't know. It's hard. Like I said, like it's hard for us to schedule things together. Just especially like in the springtime when the I-17 isn't the best for travel.
when it's icy, yeah,
Hmm.
it's dangerous. So, and I mean, we could make all the excuses in the world, but the truth is, like right now, it just doesn't work with our schedules at all. As much
Hmm.
as we want to film together, like we just haven't been able to find that time. So we're
Yeah,
just
for
really busy
sure.
right now.
We got lucky with the beginning of February. I just
Hmm.
happened to be down in the valley and there was an event and we both got to go. Um,
Hmm. Yeah, that was fun.
all right. Is there anything else to talk about yet? Or I know this live wasn't as structured or as researched as our first one. Um,
Hmm.
in February, we were just kind of this, like I said, this month I've just been completely in a cloud or somewhere
Oh,
else.
let's talk about your depression. Just kidding.
You know what? Talking about that is far less anxiety inducing than talking about my choice of music. Um,
Hmm.
I'm sure there's a psychiatrist somewhere going, "Oh, that's interesting." Um,
Well, I mean, so I started seeing a counselor, like a therapist, this year,
mhm,
and it's been really, really good for me. Like something happened to me last at the end of last year that like totally like shook me and scared me and messed with me psychologically. And I've been debating like, do I talk about this on a public platform? Do I share what the world would happen? Do I say their name? And I I did my due diligence by reporting it. I reported it, and then I also sought out a prosecutor, and I was told that I should probably make a police report. And so I've been trying to get with like I've been trying to like connect with the police department for like the longest time, and like at the end of February, I just gave up. I was like, you know what, forget it. Like, I called them multiple times, I left messages, I tried to meet up with a police officer, I went to the police station, nothing. And this is why things like this happen, and they don't get reported. Justice is not served. You know, like they make it really freaking hard to um to fix things like this. And so I just kind of I quit. You know, I did the best I could, and then I was like, you know what, they're not responding, so whatever. And um the people like within personnel that oversee like all the personnel in Winter Rock, they they told me that, you know, what happened was not at all the fault of my own. It was the fault of the other person, and that um it could be categorized based on what happened as like a sexual assault. And they said because of that, because the nature of that, that I should probably seek out counseling just so that I can, you know, because it's going to affect me. And they were right. And so I did. I sought out a counselor. And that's some hot freaking tea right there. But it freaking sucks. You know what I mean? Like it really did try to like take my confidence away. So that was really messed up, and it kind of like made me feel scared to like do my work, because I do work with men a lot. And what happened was like was during the daytime in a public setting, at a public office, in a professional environment. And that's what really messed me up. And so I that's why I like immediately reported it. I told my dad, I told my husband, they were freaking pissed. My sister was like, I'm gonna burn his house down. You know, like they were mad. And but I did what they told me to do, and I called up their supervisor. I reported it. I had a video interview also. And so that, you know, all these things, I did the best that I could. I just couldn't get and connected with a police officer. So I'm pretty upset about that. I feel like that's just another failure on the part of the Navajo Nation Police Department. However, everyone else that I was in contact with, they were so kind. They were so understanding. They were so supportive. And it really was what I needed at the time, because honestly, I was afraid that people were going to be like, well, like try to put it back on me. Like I did something wrong, you know? And so I remember telling you about this, Kelsey, and everything that you said to me was so helpful. I just want to thank you for that. I mean, you know how I am. I want to be strong. I want to project strength, and I want to stand in my own power and be confident all the time. But it was really hard for me to just admit to myself that I felt vulnerable and I felt violated, you know, and sitting with that and accepting it was really hard. Like I couldn't even say it a few months ago. I would just like break down in tears. And so I that's why I've been going to a counselor, and it's been really really good for me. So I think like when things like this happen, when depression creeps up, when anxiety is at the door, you know, we have to face it and get through it. You know, it's not one of those things you can just avoid, forget, or just brush off. You know, it's like you have to live through it. And so I do have like empathy in that sense. It just freaking sucks that I had to go through this to gain that, but it's better that I not have it, right? I don't know, it sucks.
Yeah, like I have been to therapists before. It just for me, it feels like I wasn't getting the kind of help I needed, and I'm not sure where to start with that. But with this time, it just felt like I was tired. I didn't want to go out and do anything. I wasn't doing my art creatively. You know, I was doing art
Mm-hmm.
for money, just for work, doing the bare minimum of that. And like I said, like my phone being off, I like not being able to see news feeds or connect to people, just able to fully disconnect and just spend time out in my garden. I
Mm-hmm.
feel rested. um,
Mm-hmm.
um, and I don't know, like it's hard for me to know myself when if I'm going in through a depression or not because I'm usually over analytical about my things. Like I know what's wrong with me. I know the defense mechanisms I have. Like I know why I don't like talking about the music I like. I know where that comes from. I know all of this. I know how to deal with my
Mm-hmm.
anxiety and everything. It's just I don't know what I would need from a therapist if I already know where the root cause comes from, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's why I stopped going to therapy just cuz
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't getting what I needed out of it.
Yeah, I think I lucked out because my therapist is kind of like a grandma,
Mhm.
and she's like a totally like badass grandma. And I need that, I really needed that. I needed that comfort. I needed that strength. And so I'm really grateful for that. And the person that did this, I think, like, I've been trying to like think about how is justice going to be served, and I think justice is just like, at this point it's like me not letting this break me and me speaking out about it.
Mhm.
So yeah. So with that said, his first initial is T. His last name is the Gay. He's from Red Mesa, and I think he's either Beat Batoni or what's the other one?
I don't know if we were supposed to
Or
be saying this on
Batani.
live.
Whatever. The freaking, you know what? The police didn't even answer the freaking phone. They never call me back. They're not going to let me do a police report. You know what I mean? So, whatever.
Mhm.
It's never going to be under investigation. And I'm not saying their full name, but I think it's better to like let it be out there because I don't want this happening to anybody else.
Mhm.
It's not okay. You know what I mean? I don't want this to happen to anybody else. So, if you're trying to get a home site lease and you end up in a space with someone who's supposed to be helping you and tries to like put themselves on you and attack you, then I just want to put a warning out there. You got to be careful, because sometimes this happens. And I think the thing that pissed me off is like this person's not even from my hometown or our region, you know? Like they did this to me on my turf. That's what pissed me off. Like how dare they? So
Well, the internet's
so
acting
to the
up
city
again,
rise up,
so
please. Just kidding.
probably
Yeah, I'm gonna cut that out.
it's live. Can't cut anything out. Just kidding.
I know. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just pissed. But
Mhm.
it's like righteous rage, though. It's not misplaced either. You
Mhm.
know,
Yeah, for sure.
like some things are okay to be upset about.
Yeah, I'm like you're allowed to feel the emotions you feel, and
Hmm.
it's okay to be mad.
Yeah. So that's the tea. Be careful out there, ladies. Seriously, though. Like,
Mhm.
if you can go to these places with somebody, like a friend or a family member, I would highly suggest that because I was by myself.
Mhm.
And I'm probably never ever going to do that again. So,
Well,
but
on that
yeah,
happy note, I'm just kidding.
I know.
I'm not bad. I'm not good with sad emotions or emotions in general, but
Emotions, period. Ew.
I always joke
Well,
that like if Ricky's gonna come with me with like something super intense and sad or she's upset, I'm just gonna have to be like, there. Um,
yeah.
no, but I'm pretty good. Brady says he's sorry that happened.
Thanks, Brady. You're a
Yeah.
real one.
Mhm. It is really tough, and I think that's one thing that doesn't get talked about a lot either. I know we were talking about the missing and murdered Indigenous women, and other things that don't get mentioned during like chapter meetings or stuff. People like to just brush things under the rug. You don't talk about unpleasant, horrible things because then that's inviting it in a way. But sometimes you also need to let these things be known as
Hmm.
warnings or learning opportunities for yourself and for others.
Yeah, and you don't expect it, and that's the thing is like for me, I guess like I was a little ignorant thinking like these things often happen at night in private, or you know what I mean? Like when
Mhm.
you put yourself in a situation, like say you're at a bar, you're at a party. This was like in the daytime in a public setting at an office. And there was another person in the office too, and this person still had the audacity. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
I was like, wow, this person's brave, which made me think this isn't the first time they've done it.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So, but I was like, I was really angry about it, and it was like I was having these like rage fits, and that's why I also decided to go to counseling, because I was like, I need to get this out. I can't just, I didn't want it to turn on my family.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like have it be misplaced, and me just like being, because I was furious. It really was like, how dare they? You know what I mean? So, anyways, but like my counselor, she's really cool, and she was like, your anger is not misplaced, but we need to find a way to get you to a place where you're back in balance again. And
Mhm.
so we've been working on that, and she's been giving me a lot of really great tips, and that's where like the journal comes in. I've been doing that, and I've been taking she was telling me, you have to create a safety net, because in my view it